Hello, everyone. Hello. Soar. Hi, Soar. Hey, Soar. Good evening. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today we have a Q&A. And today I want to answer some of your questions when it comes to scaling your business, product research, getting ready for Q4, funnels, advertorials, VSLs, team building, AI, anything that could help you guys to unlock some of the constraints you have right now in your business and in your life too. So if you have any questions, just drop them here in the chat. I'll be answering those for the next like 60 minutes. Already see some questions popping up. And yes, already some so awesome questions coming in. And I have a question here already. Are you going to best fulfill Budapest? No, I'm not coming to Budapest this year. And yeah, just staying locked in, working. We'll have an event in Miami for e-commerce entrepreneurs, for 7-8 figure entrepreneurs, similar to the ones we did before. We did these events where we bring in like 7-8 figure entrepreneurs, like e-commerce people, just brainstorming together, connecting, just exchanging insights and value with each other, what's working. So we'll have one of those in October in Miami. If you want to join us, I'll share details on that soon. We are solidifying the dates, but I'm not going to Budapest. And just to make sure you guys can hear me okay before we get started, just drop one in the chat. If you can hear me okay, just drop one in the chat. Already have some questions here, but just want to make sure that everything is good with the sound. It's been a while since I did one of these. It's been a while. It's been probably like few months probably. I love these calls. Love to help you guys, and I would love to answer your questions to help you unlock, to help you scale, to help you print starting today into Q4. So just drop your questions in the chat and we'll be answering those for you. Already have some questions here. Nomac, Jack, Harry, Jack, awesome. All right, cool. First question here. Okay, Apex, I'll just answer this one for you. Is October event Miami organized with Fernando? I don't know who's Fernando. I don't know who's Fernando, but no, it's our event. Maybe, yeah, we'll partner up with some people to put it together, but yeah, we should have just from our community, our clients, people that we work with, we should have about 150 people in the audience. So it will be an amazing event. We'll do some crazy shit too, you know, besides just like learning from each other. We'll just explore Miami. We'll go on yachts and we'll just have fun before Q4, before getting fully locked in. So, all right. Question here from Harry. Alex, do you think starting consumer products brands in US from India should make sense? Yeah, why not? Just get it started. Don't overthink it. I know a lot of e-commerce entrepreneurs that are located overseas. Like I started my first business, you know, when I was still like in Ukraine selling to US market. And it was a lot more difficult than it is right now. Like I had to like literally fly to another country to open a bank account and stuff like that. Now, all of that you can do remote. You can get a bank account, you can get Stripe account, you can get literally everything sorted out online. You can have company registered, like all of those things you can do online. So if you want to sell in US market, there's literally nothing stopping you besides your own desire. Like if you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, there's everything for it. So yeah, if you need specific resources on that, like registering the company and stuff like that, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll drop my Instagram here. By the way, guys, if I don't answer some of the questions, or if you have some more personalized questions that you need help with, I'll drop my Instagram here so you can hit me up. Give me a follow on Instagram. Drop me a message so I can help you there as well as I'll be helping you here. Fernando Oliver, no, I don't know who that is, unfortunately. Or maybe I know, but I don't know. All right, so question here. How to build customer trust. How to build customer trust? That is a great question. So the way you build customer trust is by using the trust signals that most people believe in, right? So, for example, you would have reviews on your website. You would have stories of your customers on the website. You would have relatable photos of customers. And a lot of those you can create with AI these days if you want to just test out something, very quickly. So that's how you build customer trust. You build the customer trust by appealing to the trust factors that people have, which is, people like people that are like them or similar to them. People trust the authority figures. So if you have doctors, for instance, in your marketing materials, or you have some celebrities, you can leverage those. If you have, reviews from your customers, people trust those. So by leveraging all of these, by stacking all of this, that's how you build customer trust. Let me know if that makes sense. For seasonal pop-up stores for this upcoming Q4, what would be your best strategy if everyone is ripping the same products and ads from Kalo data? How to stand out and how to mass test products? I don't like mass testing products. I don't like pop-up stores. I like to build brands. I like to build something that I can run not just in Q4, but in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q5, Q6, Q25. Like I don't like to rip stuff. But if you want to differentiate from other people, the only way that you can differentiate is by having something unique about your product, or by the way that you're selling the product. So, for example, you can source a product that's slightly different from other people that are selling it, and you can also improve your landing pages, and you can improve your ads to make them different. Now, all of that takes work, and people that are ripping stuff, they don't want to put in the work. So that will be very hard. If you're just looking for easy cash and easy wins, that will be hard, because you would have to actually put in the work. For example, getting your own custom content sorted, getting your own getting your product customized, or sourcing a slightly different product that other people are sourcing. So if that's the case, if you want to commit to that brand for long term, that's what you would do. But other than that, the only advantage you have if you're ripping and other people are ripping, the only advantage you have is speed. How fast can you rip? But personally, I don't recommend that strategy unless you're just starting out and you're just testing what's possible. All right, so we have another question here. What would you do to validate demand for a wellness product in e-com with $0 marketing? So the best way to validate demand for a product like that would be validating demand for a wellness product in e-com with $0 marketing. The best way to do it is TikTok. TikTok is the best platform for organic marketing. And the way you would do it is by posting content about your product. So you would literally just create different pieces of content on your product on TikTok if you don't want to spend money on ads. And then hopefully, some of those products hit. And so that would be the best way to do it. And so if you don't have capital, that's what I would do. Also, you can use Instagram. Instagram has great organic distribution as well. and you can get some good organic reach with Instagram as well. So either Instagram or TikTok. So that's how you would validate the demand. So that was this question here. And okay, so what would you do? Yeah, so this one I already answered. Wellness product. Usually the way I look at it is, if I validate the demand for the product, I would validate the demand by looking at the data. Like, for example, if the product sells well on Amazon, if the product sells well on Facebook, you see some people like actively pushing the product on a big scale, it tells me that the product is validated, right? So there is already demand, and it only will be dependent on you, how you marketing that product in order to get sales. But the product demand is not a question in this case. So that's my thought process there. Like, I want to make sure that if I'm selling the product, I know for sure that the product is selling. If it's selling for other people, it will sell for me as well. I want to make sure there is a market for that product. People are actively buying the product. And so if I have those elements in place, then the only variable that's left is my marketing, how I'm selling the product, how I'm positioning the product, what angles I'm using, what creatives I'm using. And so at least I don't have to worry about the product having no demand. Question from Jack here. What do you think about selling digital products with organic marketing on X? I love this. If you know how to do it, if you know how to generate views organically on X, on other platforms, I would absolutely go for it. It's great platform. I think it's underutilized. I think it is very skeptical platform. There's a lot of dumb people on X as well. But at the same time, it's a great platform because it's underutilized. I think people mostly on Facebook, people mostly on Instagram, but it's a great platform to get the awareness and views for your product. Thank you, LDub 13. What is your frequency on testing avatars and angles? Greetings from Argentina. So here's how I'm thinking about it. Testing avatars. I don't know if you mean avatars as for the customers or avatars as AI avatars for the ads. So avatars and angles, once we find something that's working, we double down on it. So let's say you have an angle that's working for you on the ad side, you double down on it, and you can test about 10-20% of your budget, alternative angles, alternative avatars on the side. But majority of the ad spend, you just allocate to something that's working. That's one of the biggest mistakes that people make, is that they constantly testing, even though they might have something that works, they might have an angle that works, they might have the avatar that works, but they still continuing to test random shit instead of doubling down on what's working. And if you look at any successful brands that's doing well, they usually have maybe one or a few good angles, and then they're just hammering those angles for months and for years. So once you find something that's working, just blow it up. Test it as much as you can, different variations, different scripts, different types of content for that specific angle. And on the side, continue testing new angles so that you can find some new angles and some new ideas. We have some great questions here. How to tackle number one biggest barrier when starting out? Social proof, for example, reviews and UGC. That's a great question. AI, one answer. It's AI, right? So what people usually do if they don't have social proof, they just find social proof on the internet and they upload it to their website. It's not the best strategy, but it works for a lot of people. So they would basically download the reviews from other brands, and then they would upload those reviews to their brand, right? To their product pages and stuff like that. So that is basically how you would do it. If you have no traction, it's not the best strategy. The best way to do it is to actually accumulate those reviews, accumulate those that social proof, that UGC. UGC these days, you can get away with AI UGC. Like in many, like there's so many different platforms. Some good ones are Captions AI. It's a great platform for UGC, AI UGC, and it's a great platform to leverage because it's completely AI. You don't have to send products to anyone. And another that is a good one is, Make UGC AI is decent. Arc Ads is pretty good. So there's multiple AI platforms that you can get AI UGC from, and that's basically the easiest way to get traction without spending money on sending the product to content creators, UGC creators, and stuff like that. Harry, thank you, my man. All right, so Pavel Shapovalov, my man. So I'm selling this product and it's just starting to pop off. What are your recommendations on maxing out the lifespan of this product? BBA student here. Thanks to Jeremy Ahmed for all the help. Pavel, please, my man, just test more ads, run more ads. That's the best way to maximize the potential of the product. Usually people give up too early. They're starting to kind of like get, worse results with ads, and they think that product is saturated. Most products simply cannot be saturated because if you generated, let's say $1 million with a product or $10 million with a product, but you're selling in the US market, that means there is like hundreds of thousands of potential customers that you can sell that product to. And so that is a way to pretty much like maximize the potential of the product, is by creating more ads that will appeal to more segments of the customers so that more people buy your product. Let me know if that makes sense, Pavel. Also, while if you have the momentum with one platform, to maximize the potential of the product, what you want to do is you want to build email, SMS, kind of like on the back end of your business. You want to add Google as well, so that you are more profitable from every customer that you get, and you have all of these alternative sources of traffic. So you're making more money from every customer that you get, and that will help you to reinvest more money into the marketing to scale your product as well. From when do you recommend to start Black Friday pre-sale strategy? It's a great question. I would recommend to start it even in September. You can test it out. You can say like, hey, this is pre-Black Friday sale. And a lot of people are reacting to that, and they like to secure their deals early and buy products early from brands. So I would recommend to test it starting September. It might work, it might not work, but if it works, you'll have like another like months or like even 2 months before actual Black Friday to maximize the potential of Black Friday angle. So from how early do you recommend to start? Okay, I think you answered this. Yeah, I already answered this question here. How long to run it for? Just run it as long as it's profitable. Like don't think about specific timelines. Around Black Friday, you can have specific timelines, a specific schedule for your ad. So, for example, when Black Friday is ending, you can pause all of the ads specifically for Black Friday. But as long as it is profitable, like you can run Black Friday ads in January. What do you think? What do you think of Marek's Nora? What I think that he's a smart entrepreneur, and he's doing very well. There's a lot to learn from him. Candice, my current ads are doing well. How should I go about scaling? As I'm pretty new, I'm profitable though, and I have some budget. Make more ads, run more ads. Like that's how you scale it. Build a back end so you are more profitable from every sale. That's it. And consistently work on your CRO, so that conversion rate optimization, so you're converting more of those visitors into sales, and you're more profitable. Pretty much like you are right now in like profit optimization game. Once you have momentum with the product, is like, okay, how can I maximize the profitability of my website, of my ads, to scale this product? That's a whole conversation. That's a whole game that you're in right now. Hey, Alex Monte Cristo. Hey, Alex, looking to join BBA, but I'm a student and cannot spare that much money. Do you recommend joining or trying to build something on my own at first? Love the content. Thank you, my man. I think you should. I mean, it depends on how much capital you have, how much time you have. Like, if you have a lot of time, you can try to do something by yourself. Will definitely help you to speed up the process. I've seen people that are, just joining and like learning what they would have learned like in months or years. They're learning that in weeks. So from that perspective, we can speed up that process. But if you're very low on capital, like, I probably would not recommend it, like, because you want to make sure that you also have some capital for the ads and for other things that would come with a business. So yeah, depends on how, and also depends if you have, let's say, family that's dependent on you, right? But I mean, you're a student, probably not, unless you got married very early. But if you live, let's say, with your parents, or you don't have like a lot of personal expenses, then find a way to make more money so that you can reinvest it into the business to move it faster. Like, for example, when I was starting my journey, like I was working on 9 to 5, and then I was basically like doing different things on the side to make money, and then reinvesting it back into the business, working with clients and stuff like that to make money and to reinvest it back into the business. So just be resourceful. I've done actually quite a few like interviews on my YouTube channel with our clients that are still in college, but they are so they're in college and they still like managing to do like be in college or be like work 9 to 5, whatever, and then reinvesting it into the business to the point until business gets the momentum that you need in order to scale it up. All right, cool, Pavel, good stuff, my man. All right. And I tried to open up a store, and my mistake was that I had products that didn't relate to one another. Would you recommend one product store or 2-3 related products? You can start with one product store. Usually I like to have these like niche stores with very generic names, right? So it wouldn't be like, bestposturecorrector.com, right? Or best skincarecream.com, right? It would be something generic that I can add like more products to. And then you would definitely focus on just one product to start with. If you focus on one product, then you will figure it out. It's a lot easier to make one product work than like several products, but have yourself the room to add more products. So for example, if that product doesn't work, then you can just switch to another one on the same domain name, so you don't have to recreate the whole store from scratch. So that's why the brand name has to be generic in order for you to do that. Can you name drop a private community of elite e-commerce entrepreneurs that you really love? I mean, I have some private like communities like that I created, like with my friends and people that run successful e-commerce businesses. So that's the best way. Like you connect with other people that are like-minded. Like literally today we had a call with one of our one of the people in our community, and he broken down one of the things he does well in his business. I shared with him what's working in my business, and we basically exchange insights for like 1 hour on what's working. That is the best way. You want to form your kind of like own private like mastermind. Like even if you're like in other masterminds and you find like 2, 3, 4, 5 people that are doing well on the same level or higher level than you, and then you basically just on a regular basis exchange insights with them and get feedback. And that's one of the fastest ways to grow, because you basically leveraging experience of 4 or 5 people instead of trying to figure out everything by yourself. And the way that you meet these people is you usually meet these people through other masterminds. So you might join a mastermind, and in that mastermind you'll meet some people with whom you form your own private mastermind, if that makes sense. Question from Pavel: how would you build a brand around the product that's popping off, and is it worth it if you're trying to maximize your profits? I mean, maximizing your profits definitely makes sense if you're just like starting out and you just building that initial capital. Absolutely makes sense. If you are already like, if you already have some momentum, if you already have some capital, and you're thinking more long term, then it doesn't make sense. It probably would be a distraction. But if you see an opportunity, like, and if you can quickly validate it, and if you're just like in those like initial stages of business, just jump on it. Like, let's say it will take you like one day to build a website, build some ads, and start running it, and quickly see if there is a demand. Yeah, I would definitely go for it. All right, so how much should I increase ad spend on the current ads? I do like $500 a day right now in ad spend, like double it each day and see how it goes, or something else. Yeah, I mean, try doubling it and see if it still maintains the performance. Absolutely. Like, try to scale it. If you see like very promising metrics, try to scale it. $500 a day is a very low budget. So you shouldn't have like, I mean, if you try to scale from $100,000 a day to $200,000 a day in ad spend, that is significant amount of ad spend, significant amount of scale. You're trying to go from 500 to 1,000. It's not a big deal. The alternative way is to just go like gradually, but with that pace, if you're like going from 500 to 600, from 600 to 700, it will take you like a lot of time to scale. So I would just rather do it faster, especially if the budgets are on the lower side. Market research codes before product research. Yes. That's like, for me, it's like always first. Market goes first, and then products go after that. So if you know the market has a particular problem that you can solve for them, then the easiest way for you to find products, and like, you basically find the market that already has the demand, and then for that market you find a bunch of different products that you can sell. Whereas most people are just doing it totally opposite way. They're trying to find the product without even thinking about the market, right? So try to find the market first, and then for that market, find specific products that are selling well. Got some zins? Anyone zins? Zins? One of the best things created by humankind. So thanks for all of the content. Thank you for all the help you put out there. Thank you so much. Yas Musics. Ken Halls. I started today with e-com dropshipping, bought a own domain and Shopify trial. Good stuff. That is amazing. Good stuff. I mean, everyone starts at that point. Everyone starts from zero. So it's good you're taking first steps. It won't be easy. It won't be fast, but it will be worth it. Like, people getting into the business usually with wrong expectations, that like they will just like, launch their first store and will start printing. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it does print from day one. Most of the times it does not. So you just have to be patient. Like, if it's not working, keep testing, keep trying. Like, if his first store doesn't work, create another one and another one, another one. For me, it took like 10 different stores before I started getting momentum when I was starting out. But then that store made me like $4 million in sales and like $1 million in profit, and it changed my life completely. So it was worth it, all of that testing. And I could have given up like a lot earlier and just, get back to my job in a factory. and I decided not to do it. So if you're in it, just stay committed. Okay. Lanky, your coaching sales guys are too pushy and give you bad rep. Just let me know who that is. We will address it. We already let go of some people that were like just not nice, and would love to address it. Would love to fix it. If you just like send it to me directly on Instagram, would love to see who's not following the guidelines. Thank you so much for the feedback. How do you run multiple brands and still have time for YouTube? I'm not doing everything by myself. I'm not running my ads by myself. I'm not building my stores by myself. I have a team that does that. And so the same way that, Jeff Bezos was able to run Amazon and still, do some interviews with journalists. You just basically hire people to help you with different tasks in your business and oversee certain projects so that you don't have to be involved in everything. Yaz Musics, one idea for Get Hooked. Can we have something that analyzes the angle target demographic the creative is targeting? Would love this feature. I love this. Let me just save this and send it to my team. I think we can absolutely do this. We can absolutely do this. I love this. Thank you so much, Yaz Musics, for the feedback. Thank you, Alex. What would be a good course to take on ads? Are Facebook ads superior to others? Facebook, it just has the most scale, and one of the easiest to get started with. It's also pretty consistent if you do it right. So yeah, I mean, we have some training. We don't have like courses. We have the mentorship program on that's primarily focused on Facebook because that's the easiest platform to get traction with for people that have some capital to invest. Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram, and I'll see how I can help you. If not, I'll just send you some free training, some free resources. Have lots of great tutorials on this, and we'll just take it from there. Is there any way to connect with elite e-commerce entrepreneurs when you are in the seed phase? Like what value you can exchange with them at that level? That is a great question, Harry. I mean, one of the ways you can do it is, and that's what I did initially too. Like you just interview people. You just reach out to them. It's like, hey, Johnny, I see you running like successful e-commerce business. Can I interview you for my YouTube channel? Even if your like YouTube channel has like 0 subscribers, maybe you don't have a YouTube channel. You just interview them and basically ask them like all of the questions that you wanted. And you message not just one person, you message like 50 people. And then let's say out of 50, you get a few people to respond, a few people to have actual interview, but then you can reach out to other people leveraging the interview you just did. And that's one of the best ways to pick up people's brain on different things. There's also platforms like intro.co. There is also another platform. It's called I forgot how it's called. Let me see. It's called Clarity. I mean, Clarity FM. You can buy the calls, right? So you can pay people for calls. You don't have to kind of like build the relationship, but you can definitely establish the relationship. Once you have a first conversation with them, you can start establishing the relationship, seeing how you can help them with something, maybe have feedback on something that they do. And that's how you can like get started with it. So you either buy it or you earn it. And if you cannot earn it because you have not much to offer, then you try to buy it. Or offer them like an interview, which is for them kind of like also like visibility, inflates their ego. And so it's kind of like win-win for both sides. And for you, it's like you just learn from them basically for free. When you run a test, what is your setup and how do you test creatives? What setup in Ads Manager? Ooh, I would have to ask my team. I have no idea what they're doing now. It's like it's pretty simple. We usually don't have any complicated Facebook structures. Like we put majority of our attention and effort on the creatives, because the creatives, like if you have like good creatives, it doesn't matter what structure you have. You have cost caps, bid caps, you have CBO, you have ABO, they will work. But if you have bad creatives, then it doesn't matter what structure you put, they wouldn't work. So as long as you have good ads that resonate with your market, and the way you create good ads is by doing the proper research. I showed you guys how to do it in one of my YouTube videos. Literally, like here's how to do the deep research on different angles that you can use for your ads, the research of your market. My partner Mark, he has big tutorials as well, how to properly feed AI with different information about your product and what you're trying to sell in order to craft the messaging that resonates with an audience. And once you have that, then it doesn't matter if you use like CBO, ABO, cost caps, bid caps, like manual bit, like whatever things you do on Facebook site, it doesn't even matter, because it will work because it resonates with the customers. Alex, my Facebook account keeps getting banned. I've tried different emails. Is there a to-do list when it comes to Facebook accounts? How to overcome this problem? That is a great question. And for that, please just DM me a ban on Facebook. I have some checklists to share with you. I have some ideas. I have some insights. Also, I have contacts of like different agency accounts you could potentially use as well. So yeah, please just hit me up on Instagram. This is my Instagram, Alex Fedotov, 3F at the end. And if I don't respond, just follow up, please, because I'm getting like hundreds, sometimes even thousands of DMs a day, and sometimes I miss messages. So if I don't respond right away, just please follow up. Okay, thank you, Candice. How do you test? Okay, how do you test creatives in Facebook Ads Manager setup? Have one campaign separate, but how exactly you discovering new winning creatives? Can you use Miro to explain? I mean, I would love to use Miro, but I think it will look like shit because I'm on a vertical format. Let me save this question here, and I will do YouTube video on this. I think this can help you. This can help a lot of people. But basically, it's like, let's say you have one campaign inside of, and then you want to, if you're just like initially testing stuff, you want to use like different targeting options. You might use some interest, you might use some broad, like basically no targeting options like whatsoever, like it's just age and country, that's it, and you let Facebook figure out the rest. And then in each one of these ad sets, you would have 3 to 5 creatives. Those could be, let's say, in one ad set you might have just image ads. In another one you might have just like video ads. You might have another, let's say, one angle, another angle, and then you just see which ones resonate with audience the most. You see which targeting options, let's say, resonate the most, so you can double down on those. You see which creatives or creative formats resonate the most, and then you start improving on those best performing ads, creating more variations, going after the targeting options that work the best, and you constantly just refine based on the initial signals that you get, right? Because the whole game is about getting the initial signals and initial validation. So if you have initial validation that what you do works, then you just double down on it. Let me know if that makes sense, Tom Beer. What a last name. I love your last name, Beer. I don't know. Is that a last name? Is it your real last name, or that's like just nickname? Just let me know. When testing a product, do you make advertorials, or do you make them after some traction? At this point, where we at in our business, we have the experience. We know how to craft advertorials. We know how to write advertorials using AI. By the way, check out my partner Mark's. He has great tutorials on that, prompts for AI and stuff like that. We do that from day one. And the reason we do that from day one, because we want to make sure that we're maximizing the conversion rate. We're also making sure that we're maximizing, kind of the messaging, that we can even use, let's say, image ads. Let's say if we use image ads to the advertorial, it can work very well. But if we use just like image ads straight to the product page, it probably wouldn't work as well, because image ads usually don't have as much education about the product, about the pain points. They don't sell as much. They don't hold as much attention. And so for that reason, we like to use advertorials from day one. Friendly, when you're testing a product, do you already have a setup a full funnel like VSL advertorial checkout? Do you keep it simple first and only build that funnel once the product is validated? Again, guys, please, it's all about confidence. It's all about confidence. And what I mean by confidence is, if you have, for instance, validation, right, of your product. If you have done the research about your product and you know for sure there's a market for your product, there are successful people that are selling your product. Just 1 second. And okay. If you have the validation, if you have the that like you've done the whole research about your product, you know for sure that it's selling, then you can just go all in. Like, because like, okay, so these people are printing, the product sells very well on Amazon, like everything is kind of like aligned. I know that I can go after this product and I'll figure out the marketing. That's it. What most people do is that they pass this whole research stage. They don't know like if the product actually works or not. It's just kind of like a gamble. And then they throw shit against the wall with standard, product pages, and they're hoping that something will click. Your chances of success with this approach are a lot lower than doing the proper research. Okay, there's a market. People have this problem. There's already successful brands in this market selling this product. All I have to do is differentiate on the marketing side and do better marketing, and I can crush. And so that's how we do it. That's why we do VSLs, advertorials, all of that stuff, basically from day one when we're launching a new product, because we have done all of the work up front. Let me know if that makes sense. Friendly and Tom Beer. Oh no, actually, Alex, you guys had very similar question. So Tuamo, starting off, is it recommended to make different new angles or only take the competitor's best angles and later test new angles? Yeah, take your competitor's best angles. Yeah, just get started with that. And you can test again. 10-20% of your budget could be allocated for testing. 80% you should be going after what's proven to work. And if it's proven for your competitors, you can make that work as well. Igor Kochevsky, what is the life cycle of successful product? What are the best ways to save it from competition, upsells, email database, etc.? That is a great question. The way you extend the lifetime of the product is you innovate on the product. So if you have the product and you see it's kind of like declining in performance and you're still testing a lot of ads and it's kind of like not going anywhere, then you have to, number one, fix your unit economics and increase profitability of that product by having the upsells, email database, all of those things just go by default. You want to make sure that you're maximizing profit from every customer that you are getting. And so you would be able to eliminate some of the competition just because you are more profitable. But then for the extension of the lifetime of the product, you have to innovate on the product. And the way you do it is by working with your supplier and listening to your customer feedback to see how you can improve it. Like, for example, if you look at iPhone, right, as a product. So let's say, by the way, for all, like, there's like usually people like asking like, oh, is this live? Is this live? This is fucking live. This is August 20, 2025. Oh, is this live? Of course it's fucking live. I'm here with you guys. So what is talking about? Fuck, I forgot. Oh, anyway, so yeah, the upsells, right? So first, the upsells email. So you'll be able to eliminate some of the competition. To extend the product long term, you have to innovate on it. Let's say customers are complaining. Oh, I wanted to share this example of iPhone, right? So iPhone, how many years iPhone has been around? iPhone has been around since 2007, I believe. The first iPhone, I don't know, anyone knows? 2007, which means almost like 20 fucking years ago. Is this a winning product or not? Is iPhone a winning fucking product or not? It's like Steve Jobs could have like, oh, you know, we've sold like 10 million of these and like we made a lot of money, but I think the product died. The product is saturated. Let's fucking drop it and let's switch to another one. Let's sell I don't know. Let's sell Zins with a monitor here, right? So you have like a Zen. So instead of like, imagine, I mean, that would be actually a great fucking product. Imagine like the monitor like this, but it would be on a Zen, right? So as you're opening Zen, you basically see the monitor, right? So here you see Zens, you can take Zens, and here you're watching on monitors, right? You could have shut down that product, this product. Instead, what they decided to do is product innovation. Next year, they made a little bit better iPhone. Next year, they made a little bit better iPhone. And for the last almost 20 fucking years, they've been improving that product every single year. And that's how you extend the life cycle of a successful product. You innovate it and create a better version based on the feedback that customers have. And if you look at any successful product, whether it's a supplement, whether it's a gadget, like any product whatsoever, those products that have been around for a long time, those products are getting improved over time. They're getting, features getting added, features getting removed. They improve the design, they improve the look, they improve the branding. They constantly innovate. Like Athletic Greens, for example, as another example of a very successful product. They're doing $600 million a year now. And when they started, they look like shit. Like that product, like you probably wouldn't buy. It was with these like ugly advertorials, super aggressive. Now it's super branded. They improved the quality of the product. They made the formula better. They improved the packaging. They improved the branding. They improved everything about the product. But basically, at the core of it, they're selling exactly the same product that they've been selling, 10 or 15 years ago, whatever, they started the business first. Let me know if that makes sense. It's like, it just basically having that like commitment to the product, to the niche that you're serving, as long as there is a market and you can see, okay, we have, let's say, 10% of the market, like of what we potentially can get. And we can get, if we get to like 20, 30%, we basically double or triple our business. How do we do that? Is by creating a better product with product innovation. Let me know if that makes sense, Igor. Hey, Felix. Hey, Alex, would you say it's possible to test and start scaling products with image ads only? If so, should the products have prerequisites such as visual in particular or something else? You can absolutely test and start scaling products with image ads only, 100%. Prerequisites for that would be, I mean, you can have very like boring, like before and after images, longer ad copy. You can have, if the product doesn't have to be visually appealing. If the product visually is not super appealing, that's totally fine. You can overcompensate for it with longer ad copy, because the purpose of the ad is to pre-frame and to pre-qualify the click. Basically, before people go to your website, you want to pre-sell people on your product. And just by having very nice, visually appealing product, that is not enough. You have to give people reasons to buy, and you do that with the ad copy that goes with that static image. Let me know if that makes sense. Is it more stressful when you have a team that's managing your brands, or it was more stressful when you did everything yourself in the beginning? It's a different kind of stress. It's more responsibility because there's like more people that like you're basically responsible for. So it's just a different level of stress. And I can imagine like the level of stress that like Elon has, right? Where he has, or Elon Musk, or like other like hyper successful entrepreneurs, because they literally have investors, they have people that are so dependent on them, and so they have to operate at the highest level possible. But that is, you will have stress either way, right? It's like at the beginning, it's stress. Yeah, okay, if I don't produce, if I don't make money, okay, if you live by yourself, okay, what will happen? Nothing will fucking happen, right? If you have a family, okay, now all these people are dependent on me. I have to provide, I have to produce, I have to make money to support my family. So now your stress is still there. It's just a different kind of stress because now there's more people dependent on you. And as you have a team, as you grow the business, there's even more people that dependent on you. But you kind of grow into it over time. It's not something that like, unless you've grown like in an entrepreneur's family and like how it is like to oversee the business and to deal with all of the stress. If you haven't grown like in that kind of environment, that's totally cool, because there's a lot of people that started business from scratch, from nothing, from zero, right? And they became very successful entrepreneurs over time. So you kind of like getting into that new person that can handle a higher level of stress, because the more successful the person is, the higher is their threshold for stress. They can just maintain higher level of stress and still function, and they can still make decisions very fast. That stress, that anxiety, that overwhelm doesn't like ruin their decision making. And that's basically a growth process, right? You stress, and then over time, as you've been exposed to that stress again and again and again, it doesn't stress you anymore, and you don't give a fuck, right? And then something even more stressful happens, and then it stresses you, and then over time it doesn't stress you because it became a norm. That's a great question, Pavel. When I have a winning campaign, I add winning ads to the campaign, or to renew winners in another campaign. Just both. Test both. See what's working best for you. It's great to add winning ads to that campaign, because then you leverage all of the learnings on the campaign level. But you can test both and see what's working best for you. My YouTube. I launched the product on testing. Today, I only got 2 purchases out of 15 checkouts. Yesterday, the stats were the same. What do you think would be the problem? Payment systems are working correct. Out of 15 checkouts. Okay, so people are dropping off. I mean, first, like, make sure you have set up the cart abandonment sequences. You have some retargeting ads. You tackle all of the objections that people have. For example, if people starting with checkout, check also your shipping prices. Maybe you don't have shipping zones set up correctly, or maybe you're charging for shipping. Like, check out all of those settings from your side that you're fully responsible for, and then set up retargeting campaigns to overcome the objections that people have on the after this year product. PayPal and Shopify payment were good. Okay, gotcha. You only sells in health, niche, beauty for advertorials. Yes, me personally, because that's what I understand. But people using them for pets, people using them for other niches as well. For kids niche, people use them for other niches as well. Can we sell branded products like supplements and gummies using their name and logo, or will be taken down? Yeah, you probably don't want to be selling. I mean, if they will not take you down right away, they will probably take you down over time. So that is definitely not long-term strategy. You should sell your own stuff. How many ads do you test for a product test, and is it completely 3 completely different angles? Yeah, completely different angles. At least 5-10 ads per angle. It could be images, could be videos. Did you make more money doing consulting or doing e-commerce? E-commerce by far. Consulting is not like the main priority. If I wanted to do consulting full force, I would have been a lot more successful doing consulting. But e-commerce is my biggest passion. But I also love consulting because that what allows me to connect with like-minded people, connects with people that are just entrepreneurs. I love entrepreneurs, and I love to support that community with like training programs and basically leveraging all of the experience that we have in our e-commerce business to share with people to help them out. Okay, is this a live or recorded video? Is this a live or recorded video on my YouTube? 257, August 20, 2025. 25, not 26. How to build a custom formula for supplements. Work with a good supplier. That's all you need. With a good factory. Morocco winner, my man. Just hit me up on please, on the Instagram. I'll introduce you to some supplement manufacturers. The way you do it is you just reach out to them. They usually have their R&D, research and development lab. You tell them exactly what you want in your product. They'll give you a quote. They'll do a samples for you. You'll try the supplements. If you approve the supplements, they can start with manufacturing process. If you don't approve the samples, then you give them the feedback. They improve. They make a second round of samples. Again, you either approve it or disapprove it. If you disapprove it again, you give them feedback again. And so that cycle can be like several months. So you just be ready that this will take time, but it's definitely worth it. If you have some great idea in place, I might even like invest. If you have a good idea, if you have something interesting, would love to even like invest. If that's a good opportunity, just hit me up on Instagram, and we'll see what we can do. Is innovating on the product private labeling? No, private labeling is usually when you, let's say if you could go to like iPhone factory, 1 second. So I'm just getting my food delivered. They send my food, and I think my food got lost. So, but we got some stuff done here. So is innovating, so private labeling, let's say if you went to the factory with like iPhones and you said to that factory, okay, I want to make this product, but I don't want it to say like Apple here. I want it to be like my whatever, Johnny, like, or not Apple, but orange. Instead of Apple, it would be like orange. And that would be like basically the same product. If you want to innovate on the product, that will be kind of like a slightly different variation, more like a custom product. But yeah, it's not private labeling, at least from my understanding. So, what is the best way to get creatives? Is there any AI that you could recommend, please? Yes, Captions AI is very good. Also, this Higgs-Field AI is a very good tool. ChatGPT is very good. You can use VO. VO is very good for shorter kind of like segments of ads. Kling AI is very good to turn image into a video. But yeah, Higgs-Field is very, very good. So yeah, those are some good tools there. How do you scale your winning ads? We increase budgets. We increase budgets, and we increase budgets. We also have like some scaling campaigns. I think all of that is just like little nitty-gritty stuff. If you have scalable ads, good ads, that can hold the spend. They'll hold the spend, either an existing campaign, new campaign, any like bidding methods, they'll hold the spend. If you have mediocre ads, they will not hold the spend, and they will break, and you might think that you are doing something wrong. But it's not you're doing something wrong, it's just because your ads are not good enough. Okay. How do we know you are legit? There are so many scammers. How do you know we're legit? I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. I just been doing this shit for like fucking 10 years and help a lot of people. I don't know how else do you know. Do you use flex ads? Are they recommended? I personally don't use flex ads. I don't know what that is. Is that like a spy tool or something? Like I personally do not use flex ads. Best affiliate marketing community. Best affiliate marketing. My friend Alex, he has this community called Scalers. I think it's pretty good community. Heard many good things about it. So yeah, probably that's the one that I would recommend. What about gadget products which are not really problem solving, but cool to use or have? Advertorials, or if it's not problem solving, and if it's like cheaper, like if it's like lower than $30-40, you probably don't need the advertorials for those. Because usually the essence of the advertorial is kind of like to educate people on the problem that they're having. If it's just like nice visual product and it's cheaper, then you just drive people to the product page. But I personally like to sell problem-solving products, because that's when you can build the anticipation for the product. You can build the pain. You can talk about the pain that customers are having, and then you solve that problem for them through the copy and through your product. Would you say 100K a month a lot? No, 100K a month is kind of like 100K a month is like, yeah, it's not a lot. So it's, yeah. Especially in e-commerce. I mean, in e-commerce, you would have like what, 20-30% profit margins, right? So it's kind of like, it's when you actually like, okay, this is like a minimum viable like standard. This is like what every entrepreneur who's doing e-commerce should be doing, at least 100K a month minimum. And it's not difficult to do, because it's like 100K a month is like 100K a month is like $3,000 a day. And if you're selling the product for, let's say, $50, that's like 60 orders a day, which is not a lot at all. And so 100K a month is a minimum viable kind of like, okay, this is where like it's starting to get serious. It's not as like super serious, but it's like, okay, boom. Now you're like in more kind of like serious category. Everything below that is just kind of like just getting that initial momentum and getting proof of concept. But in e-commerce specifically, getting to 100K a month is probably one of the easiest business models, because if you wanted to do 100K a month with an agency, you'll need probably like 20 people on your team, like 20-30 people. In e-commerce, like you can do that with one VA, or even without VA. Like if you just move fast and you're smart and you're moving fast, like you don't need a lot of people to do 100K a month. Will you look for US suppliers or Chinese suppliers for consumable? How you deal with a higher tax applied to Chinese product? It's a great question. You can use both and compare the prices. Usually with US suppliers, the prices are like 30-50% higher. But if you're sourcing, let's say, gadgets, like you'd have to source gadgets from China. If you're selling consumable products, you can source those in the US factories. It will be a lot, kind of like 30-50% more expensive usually than from China. But at the same time, let's say it's like made in USA and stuff like that you can leverage in your marketing, that gets higher conversion rate. I've double checked all of my sites free shipping, no hidden issues checkout. Still, the ratio looks very disproportionate. Could be during the testing phase, Facebook just sends people who seem interested but not ready to buy, and I just need to wait it out. Even if I'm losing money daily, the number of checkout and add to cart is still high. Yeah, have cart abandonment sequence, have some retargeting to overcome the objections that people have, and that's basically how you do it. And then just give it some time. Just if it's like promising, people at least adding to cart, so at least there's some interest. You just have to get them over the edge. Maybe you have to create a better offer. Maybe you have to offer like a free product. If they buy the product, they get something for free. So improve your offer to get the desire from people to buy the product higher. That will get more people over the line. I have seen, okay, this is a good one. Story ready 8. I have seen people selling other people's gummies and they make millions, and they they didn't take down what strategy we should use then to sell these products. If you want to take the risk and that's what you want to do, and you just like reckless, like ripping people's stuff and selling it, go for it. I will not stop you. I'm just telling you about like long term. It's not a viable business strategy to rip other people's stuff. But if you want to take the risk, take it. It's not just something that I would recommend. Like if you're in it like short term, make a few dollars, go for it. If you want to do it, accumulate the capital and do something more long term, go for it. It's just not something that I do or people in our community do, or I coach people to do, because that is not, I mean, that's just like lazy, but I know people doing it. I know people making millions of dollars doing this, but at the same time, people fucking selling drugs and making millions of dollars. It doesn't mean that you have to be selling drugs. So what is the number one thing that you look for in a hiring candidate? That's a good question. Attitude, hungry, coachable, bam, 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 asking questions, like kind of the passion, like you're looking for a fucking passion, because if first like, okay, tell me to do something, I do something, okay, cool. I mean, there are roles like that in a business where people just have to do what you tell them to do. But if you want to build a business that's not just dependent on yourself long term, then you have to hire people that are passionate about their specific topics, and they can innovate because they're passionate. Okay, we can do this and we can test this, right? And like they have this passion, they have this desire to innovate. That's number one thing that I'm looking at. And also, if you give the feedback to that person, I'm looking for coachability, because sometimes you give people the feedback and they're not getting better from the feedback. You're telling them something once, they don't listen. You're telling them twice, they don't listen. If that happens more than 3 times, person needs to be out, because now it's just a waste of time trying to kind of like coach that person and help them to become better, but they don't want to become better. As a beginner, should I test dropshipping with generic packaging to validate demand creatives, or go straight into private labeling 3PL from day one? I would go dropshipping with generic packaging. Demand is everything. You want to validate the demand. You want to make sure that the product sells. And then after that, move into private labeling and 3PLs. If you had a question from Uma, if you had to start from zero today with no money or brand, how would you get consistent profitable sales in 30, 60 days? And what mistakes would you avoid? That is a great question. What I would do, I would pick up one platform. Okay, no money, right? So, okay, then Facebook ads is out if there's no money. I would just do TikTok, man. I would just do TikTok. I would really figure out the art of creating content on TikTok. I would post on TikTok, different formats for different for different products, and just kind of like learn the craft, accumulate the skill. That's number one. So I would post on TikTok, I would post on Instagram, on these two platforms, because that would give me the skill set of creating content, which is the most important skill set, right? That would also teach me about the copy and crafting the scripts. And that's what I would do. And then besides that, I would just focus on this. I would just focus on organic. Would I get consistent profitable sales in 30, 60 days? Probably. I would start getting some results, but I would have to be really intense with it. If it's just like one kind of like 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, it would be tricky. It might take longer time. That's why Facebook ads is such an accelerator, because you create some ads and then within like few hours, if those ads resonating with audience or not. With TikTok, for instance, if you're creating content, like you might be creating content for weeks and the views might be like very low, so you don't know if it's working or not. Like most likely it's not. But with Facebook, it's a lot faster feedback loop. Carlos Reyes. Oh man. Alex, 100% legit. Good shit. Attended his mastermind Dubai. I've been able to scale to 500K revenue per month. Prior, I was doing 100 to 150K rev per month. That's good. That's been what, 6 months since Dubai? My man, let's fucking go. Nice. Carlos, hit me up. Do you have my WhatsApp? Hit me up. Would love to catch up. Thank you for kind words. What is the fastest way to validate if my service product solves a real need before spending on ads? See if any of your competitors are selling similar products in a similar market, and if they're doing well. If there is existing market, go on Google Trends, go on Amazon, see if there is a market demand for the products that you're selling. How do you know how to double down on one offer versus pivoting to another one? I mean, if you're doing less than like, I don't know, like, unless you're doing like $100 million a year with one offer, you shouldn't pivot. Like you should really. I mean, I need more context, man. Uma, please give me some more context. What kind of offers you mean? In terms of offer, in terms of like product, I just need more context. But generally, it's like you probably have not maxed out like one offer. Like most people just give up too early. They stop testing new ads. They stop working on improving their conversion rate. They stop like listening to feedback from their customers to improve their product or improve their website or improve their funnels or improve their ads. And they think product died, when in reality they're just like not innovating enough. So you just have to innovate, right? Like see what you can improve, like do these incremental improvements instead of just like pivoting to a new offer. Like maybe that offer works. What if it doesn't, right? Like now you just back to square one, and you can be in this cycle all the time. I know a lot of people, it's like they just jumping from product to product for the last like 10 years. Like, they just like make some money with one product, then they switch to another offer, then they switch to another offer, then they switch to another offer, instead of building like one solid business for the next like 5-10 years and setting them financially for life. Like that's the option that I like. And just more long-term, less headaches. What service or product niches will still be profitable 3-5 years, not just now? Product niches: health, beauty, pets. People will still want to be healthy in 5-10 years from now. People will still want to look younger, more beautiful, be attractive to another sex. In 5-10 years from now, people will still have pets in 5-10 years from now, unless we replace them with robots, with AI. Imagine you have a dog, right? And it's kind of dog. It can bark, but it doesn't shit. It doesn't ask for food. And you don't have to take it to a veterinary vet. basically vet here in the US. It's great. Give me that dog. But I mean, it also wouldn't be obviously real, and wouldn't have all the emotions, and it wouldn't be as like, so pets will be around for forever. Health and beauty markets will be around forever. So those are three niches you want to be in. What break-even ROAS you aim for at most before testing? So the biggest, basically for us, like, we're not selling products that have higher than 1.4 break-even ROAS. If it's higher than that, it means our gross margin is kind of shit. So we want to make sure like 1.4 at max. If it's like 1.2, 1.3 break-even ROAS, it's okay. If it's like 1.9 break-even ROAS, I'm not even touching that product. What's the single most important metric to track daily when running ads for services e-com? Marketing efficiency ratio, MER, and then profitability. I mean, those are two most important metrics. For cold statics towards older skeptical audiences, how would you structure the creative and copy? That's a great question. Longer ad copy to educate the market, and realistic, kind of like human-like looking creative visual. So yeah, those two. And then if you can use doctors, if you have any doctors, because they have the authority, that would be the best. If you can use one ad objective for testing service businesses, what would it be and why? Service-based businesses, I mean, it would be either like lead gen or conversions. That's it. If it's just one, it would be conversions. Maybe people like apply for to book an appointment, so that will be counted as conversion, or they fill an application. After they fill out, it would be triggered as conversion. So basically conversion rate optimization. How do you create an irresistible offer that makes people yes instantly, even in competitive markets? That's a great question. Offer people more value. Like do, let's say, 2 + 2, 3 + 3, 4 + 4. Give them some free products. Give them some free, resources. Give them like a free course. Give them free ebook. Like stack that offer to the point where it's like just one of those like little things, let's say bonuses or little free gifts that you're giving, is worth more than the product itself. That's when people are like, okay, wow, I'm getting so much stuff for my money, I'm buying it. What tools automations give the highest ROI for beginner agency or e-com seller? I mean, ChatGPT, you need to be using every single day. Gemini, Claude is great with writing copy. Those are good tools. And then automations, I mean, we have so many. Like, I don't know which one is even like the most impactful, but Zapier, for instance, like it's like automating many different tasks, and it's very easy to set up. So Zapier, I would say here. Okay, what low budget testing strategy would you use to find a new winning ad or offer fast? Just $5 a day, $10 a day. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, please. Focus on your ads. Focus on creating good ads. Don't overthink it. Uma, gee, I mean, you just dropped like 10 questions here. You're really taking advantage of this call. What is number one mistake that kills most beginners in commerce and service businesses? Getting emotionally attached to the product, or where it's like, oh, I really like this product, and my friend likes it, and my girlfriend likes it, and my mom likes it, and now I'll try to force this product to the market where the product has no market. Like no one like wants to buy that product. And I've seen people like just trying for months or even years sometimes to sell products like that and just wasting a lot of time. That's number one. Number two, to give you like a bonus, is when people just jumping from one thing to another, instead of trying to understand the game, they just jumping from one thing to another. They just like, okay, I'll test this product. And then if it doesn't work, I switch to another product. And then I switch to another product. And then like 1 year in, they tested like 30 different products that each one of them could have been like a $1 million business. And they just jumping from one another because they're hoping that there is like this magical product that will sell by itself, that like no one will try to copy or rip, and they just hope that that one product will make them millionaire. Where in reality, it's like understanding the whole picture, understanding that, okay, I'm not the only one selling the product. I have to become good marketer in order to sell the product. And then understanding how to differentiate yourself from other people in the market. If you have these like skill sets on how to like differentiate in competitive markets, then forever, like you're set for life, because like you'll always find new products to sell. You'll always find new things to build businesses around, because you know how to differentiate from other people. If I only have 2-3 hours a day, what should I focus to move the needle the most? Study, learn, implement. Like depends what's the objective, right? Like you have to clearly define your objective. Okay, so you have 2-3 hours a day. What should I focus on to move needles the most? For what purpose? Okay, I want to start e-commerce business. Okay, if it's e-commerce business, it's learning about the product research, learning about the markets. I have some YouTube tutorials. Please watch like my latest videos. Understanding how to differentiate your product, understanding how to write copy, accumulating those skills, so that if you don't have the skills, like you have to learn them in theory first, and then you apply them, right? You can obviously start testing products and building stuff like from day one, and you'll probably learn even faster this way. But if you want to build kind of the foundation on a theoretical level on how to do it, then you just test. You just accumulate the information first. Alex, the new beard style looks good. Thank you. I just changed my barber. That's what it was. Like I just changed my barber. Okay. Do you use dynamic creatives when you let Facebook choose what combos to use? Yeah, I think we do some of that, but mostly just like we setting everything ourselves. How many stores you running as of right now? 3. AAV and shipping from US. AAV, yeah, our AAV we're always aiming for like 120, 150 bucks. That's the sweet spot for us. And shipping from US or China for them, both. US, we're shipping from 3PL in here in the United States, and then overseas for all the international markets, we're shipping from China because it's cheaper. Like it's cheaper, and then we don't have to ship all of the orders to US and then ship it from US. We can just ship it from China. Europe is like 7-9 days, so it's not horrible. Australia, it's also pretty decent. So that's how we have it. We have it China, we have US for fulfillment. How do I quickly validate a manufactured product idea before producing inventory? Just do the dry test. Get the product, get a mock-up, get a 3D, like whatever, design. Create some stuff with ChatGPT, create some visuals, create some, like, if you can buy a similar product on Amazon, put your logo on it, make some photos, make some videos, and set up some ads, set up some landing pages. Just do a dry test first. See if you can get it to at least like break even or profitability. If people even want that product in the first place. And if they do, then you can proceed to the manufacturing process. But usually it's like most people just don't do that validation first. They get into the manufacturing, then they getting 10,000 products, and now they're like, okay, now I need to sell these products. They're trying to sell them, and market doesn't want them. So first, like just do random kind of like assets, not random, but like low cost, low effort, like images, banners, AI images, like to validate the demand first. What signals prove the product solves a need versus just being a desired item? Signals. I mean, just read the copy for the product, what it does exactly, and then run it through some ChatGPT. What problems that does it solve? I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's just like it just like desired item. Yeah, just read through that copy on the product. Thanks, Alex. You're an awesome guy. Much respect. Thank you. My YouTube. What a name. Uma, how many questions you sent today? How many questions? Okay. How do I know if a product has real long-term demand, not just a trend? A real long-term demand, just do the research using ChatGPT. How big is the market, and whether the market is growing, and whether that market will be there in 5-10 years from now. Just ask ChatGPT. What is the fastest way to test a new industrial e-com product with Facebook ads? Set up ads, lenders, and drive some traffic to them and see if people are buying it. What ad creatives usually work best for physical functional products? Physical functional products, depending what niche, but usually it's the kind of the video ads, VSLs, where you can explain how the product works and how it's different from other products on the market. How do I turn a simple product into an irresistible offer that stands out? Just give more gifts, increase the perceived value. So if you can give away a free product, if you can give away a free product gift, or maybe a few product gifts, you can give away free expedited shipping, you can give away ebook, a course, like pretty much just bundle a bunch of stuff together to make the perceived value of that offer a lot higher. Story Reddit. So you mean we should create our own brand logo and name for long term? Yes, for long term. Again, if your goal is just to make money, do what you have to do. Like if your goal is just to like rip other people's stuff, I don't recommend it, but do it. Like that's all yours. Like that's your responsibility. I'm not recommending that, but if you want to do it and people do it, do it. But I'm not recommending it. But if you want to create long-term brand, yes, you need to have your own brand logo and name for long-term. Get a trademark, kind of like do everything by the book. But in order to do that, you'll need some money, right? So if you're in initial capital accumulation stages and you see how you can accumulate that capital, you do what you have to do. Even asking these questions, Mom, thank you so much for. I mean, because most people wouldn't even like think. They would just like, yeah, just go after it, right? But if you want to do it, do it. But I'm not recommending it. So, personally, maybe to personal question: how many brands you currently running? Currently running 3. Are you looking to employ someone? I'm close with some people on your team. Let's fucking go. Depends what skill sets you have. Let's look into it. Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram. Hey, how do I create good sales offers copy? The best way to create good sales offers copy is to model someone who's already writing good sales offers copy, like write it by hand or type it so that you can understand the process of writing sales offers copy. And then over time, as you do it more and more, you'll start seeing patterns. You'll start seeing, okay, they do this part and they do another part and they do this. And then that's how they close. And that's how they do the transitions. And so just model. Initially, just like pure copycatting. Like you have to like really copy a good copy. How do you use a map of consciousness in your creative system? And do you bridge on the landing page to a higher stage, or you just justify the click where the avatar is regarding emotional state? Great question. Jesus, that's a good advanced question here. So we usually start the ad copy with like lower emotional state, kind of like shocking like statement on the ad side, and then we kind of like we're kind of giving people the hope. On the advertorials, we're continuing to kind of like we're just like taking them out like on this like roller coaster with high low emotional state, high emotional state, and by the end of it, by the end of like second pre-sale page, it's more kind of like on the higher side. It's like more kind of like inspiring the change that they can have. So yeah, but basically it's kind of like a roller coaster to the throughout the whole process. Arshia, where do you recommend hiring editors from? I'm looking for high-level VSL editors. Okay, Arshia, just hit me up. I have someone who might be able to help you. Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram. When we start in our social media are with zero followers, how we can build the trust and make the client buy? Followers don't matter. Like as long as like you have the product that people actually like and resonate with, or it solves a specific problem for them, you would be able to sell the product. Followers don't matter. What's your current ad spend plan for Facebook, Google, TikTok ads? Facebook is like 85%, Google like 10%, TikTok 5%, something along those lines. What do you think about Atlas AI to create Shopify website? I think it's pretty good. Sebastian built a great tool. Sebastian built a great fucking tool, so I highly recommend it. Why teach people? Why teach people? Why comment stupid questions? Because I want to help people. Because like at some point I was like on the other side of the screen, and I was looking for someone to give me some feedback and guidance. Someone who's been through the experiences that I have. And I connected with so many great people, and throughout this process, and also I'm hiring. Like, hey, by the way, if you want to join the team, we'd love to have you on the team. These calls help me to do. So it's like it's selfish and selfless, right? It's both, always both. What conferences would you recommend to attend to learn about the e-com space? Affiliate Summit East, Affiliate Summit West, Affiliate World, etc. Affiliate World, love it. There's a lot of great people. Affiliate Summit East, so here's the thing with events. Like initially, as you go into the events, you probably will have very like it will be very random, and you will meet a lot of like random people, and most of those people you probably never talk to ever again in your life. But all you need is one person. Like if you're looking for to solve a specific challenge in your life, in your business, whatever, like all you have to do is like meet one person, because that one person probably knows another person, that person knows another person, and so you'd be able to create this relationship that just like extend. Now looking back at like the people I met in 2019 when I was speaking at Affiliate World, like I'm still in touch with those people today. Like 6 years later, I'm still in touch with people that I met at Affiliate World event in Barcelona, in Bangkok. And so it's kind of those relationships that take it's like you can't just like, there's no like, okay, do these particular steps. Like just go to the events, just immerse yourself, talk to people, see how you can help them, see how you can exchange insights, and you will find some people, and then from those people you'll meet some other people, from those people you meet some other people. It's no like it's the same way as like people think about building a business. Building a business is not like, oh, I'm starting a business and then it just like goes like this, right? Like straight up. Building a business, it's like this. It's like it's like a roller coaster, but like over time, you just like increasing. Like you have dips, you have increases, and over time you build the successful business. Like look at anyone's guys. Read some fucking biographies, please. Like read some biographies. I'll give you one. Um, wait. Um, wait, I don't have it here. I don't have it here, but read Sam Walton. Read Sam Walton biography. Walmart. It's a very successful like business, e-commerce, not a retail business in the United States, and he has his biography. Or read any other biographies of successful entrepreneurs. You will just start seeing trends. How often these people fail? Like how like some random meetings that they have with someone like at the event or like other places, that meeting leads to another meeting, that meeting leads to meeting them another person, that meeting leads to like the relationship or the partnership for the next like 50 years of their life. It's so random. Life is so fucking random from that. Like, but usually, I mean, at these kind of events, that's where people are um kind of like consolidating at, right? And I feel it. I mean, those events are like those events are great because they have the affiliates, they have e-commerce people. Like it's kind of like the whole mix. Definitely less, definitely less e-commerce. I think now it's more and more like affiliates, but um, e-commerce. There's like specifically e-commerce events. There will be like a commerce roundtable. Nick Shackelford does that event. It's a great event. I think it will be in September. We will have our event in Miami in October. I think Azra Firestone has some event as well. So those are specific e-commerce events, but they're usually for people that already kind of like have the business, have some traction. But yeah, affiliate world and like all of those other events, they're great for just getting the initial, like those initial kind of like meeting those initial people that will introduce to other people and build that initial momentum. How long did it took you to make $100,000? I mean, for like a year. Like it sucked, man. I mean, I didn't speak English, didn't have any skills, so yeah, it was a long fucking grind. But I was working a lot, that's I just committed to it. And I made the first 100 G's that I made as a freelancer in e-commerce to make first 100K for like 7 months. Because first 6 months absolutely sucked bad. Like, so hi Alex, is 6K and 95 job solid budget to join BBA in order to cover ads and mentorship fee? Yeah, my man, it should be good. It should be good. Yeah, ping me on Instagram or just connect with my team and we'll see how we can structure that. What is the best path to get to 100K monthly with relative low budget of 5K to invest? Okay. I mean, you would have to. It's definitely possible. I mean, the fastest way to 100K a month is like paid ads. So you'd have to just like be ready to allocate some capital. Yeah. So yeah, 5K, good starting point, but I mean, you need the product, you need the funnel, you need ads. Like that's it. Like you basically need 3 things. That's it. Like if you have 3 things, that are on point, you will do well. So that is that's it. I mean, there's no best pass. That's the standard pass, and there's no other pass, unless you do something like something goes viral, for instance, right? Or something goes like extraordinarily for you, or you have some unique product that will just blow up day one, and that will give you massive traction without a lot of ad spend. But typical pass is just, choosing the product, setting up the website, running ads, right? So that's a pass. Jocelyn, what do you believe are the biggest factors in VSL success or failure? What biggest parts of the editing? What biggest parts of the script? For example, unique problem mechanism. Great question. Yeah, it's unique. It's unique. Unique mechanism is usually the biggest. But also, like, understanding the stage of awareness of the market. How aware is your market about your not even your product, but even the problem that you're trying to solve? Like, is this a problem aware market? Is this solution aware market? Like, which market you're going after? That is like number one thing, because that will come down to the research that you do before you even launch, and then identifying the level of competition that you have, who you're basically competing with. Like, if you're selling a supplement, are you competing with other supplements that people are already buying, or you just like creating like a new supplement that people are not buying? Maybe there's not a lot of like visible competition for your ingredient or component specifically, but you have something unique that people don't sell yet or don't consume yet. So really understanding that where everything stands in terms of like really understanding where your market stands, and then creating unique mechanism to explain in a few words how your product works and why it works and why all other products don't work. Those are the biggest parts. When it comes to editing, one of the most important things is not to have like a lot of stock content. Try to use as much of like real content with like real people as you can. A lot of those you can create using Kling AI and VO. So you can fill up the B-rolls and make the VSL more realistic. Lascara, hello, how are you? I'm great. I'm doing great. What's the best way to contact you if you have additional questions? Mamian, please hit me up on Instagram. Let me drop my Instagram here. So that's my Instagram. Yeah, that's here. Alex Feratov 3F at the end. Would love to connect with you guys. And okay. Okay, do you please teach all this, how to create logo in your program? Want to join? Yes. Please hit me up on Instagram. It's, yeah, my name is unpronounceable. Alex Feratov. Most people mispronounce it. Maybe I should shorten my name or something. Okay, so what are your three favorite books on mindset, three more on technical business stuff? Okay, great question. So I have okay, so I have some of them here. Donny Deutsch, Often Wrong, Never in Doubt. Very good book about like self-belief and like identity. Like how do you like see yourself, right? Do you see yourself as someone, like, let's say you're looking at successful entrepreneurs and you're like, okay, like that person has succeeded but they succeeded because they have grown up in a rich family, because they had all these advantages, or like you're looking at it, it's like, fuck this guy, I can do it as well, right? So that's kind of the mindset. Whether you believe that you're the one to do it. Often Wrong, Never in Doubt, very cool book. Another one here, also mindset, and also some tactical side stuff as well. How to Get Rich by Felix Dennis. It's a great book, one of the best fucking books, if not the best, like business books. And on a more tactical side, the Adweek Copywriting Handbook. So these are just like some of the ones that I have here. Joseph Sugarman. This guy was like savage copywriter. And I have a bunch more here. I have a bunch more, but these are kind of the good foundational ones. I have Alex, I have high quality man jewelry website. Do you have any tips? Trending straight to the product page. Give me low conversion rate. Okay. High quality man jewelry. I don't know what are the price points. Usually jewelry is like emotional purchase. Like if people see something and if they like it, they buy it. If they don't like it, they don't buy it. So, and if price point is high, then that can lower the conversion rate. So you need to see your website. If you want to send it to me on Instagram, I'll give you some feedback there. So also, what conferences in the USA, Geo, you may attend in 2025, 2026? So I'll probably go to Commerce Roundtable for sure. I might go to Azra Mastermind. I think it's in October or something. And then we have our own event in Miami in October as well. So yeah, probably those. I was invited to speak at in Budapest at Affiliate World, but I don't want to go because it takes like a week, to travel, and then you're kind of like not working full force, and I just want to work and I just want to grind, and it's Q4. It's like so not this time. Arshia, which brands have the best advertorials to swipe in your view, specifically for advertorials in body, skin, beauty niche, or something that would be applicable in this niche to swipe? Body, skin, beauty niche. Man, I mean, just like I have swipe file. Arshia, just hit me up, Advertorials on Instagram, and I'll send it to you. Oh, it's actually great feedback here. Check native ad placements on Taboola or Outbrain. Yeah, I love it. It's a great feedback. Like those, I mean, affiliates are the best with advertorials. I think they're so much better than e-commerce people. And I learned advertorials from affiliates. Like in 2018, I started running advertorials. Like before anyone else, we were crushing it. When is the next interview with Mark, boss? We met with Mark last month. We had a meeting in Barcelona. It was a great time. He's kind of underground. But I might have an interview with his partner soon. He's coming next week to Miami, and yeah, we might have a great conversation. Yeah. So Timothy, I think, yeah, okay, you feel okay, yes. Custom experience. Okay, so again, with jewelry is lifestyle, right? So, and also, I mean, if you want to get people to emotionally just purchase the product, you want them to buy it emotionally, then you have to lower your price points. Potentially, I haven't seen your price points. That's basically. I need to see your stuff, Timothy, my man. Please send it to me. I'll give you some feedback. I sell a fashion accessory usually for aesthetics, but the market is helping social anxiety. I get sales but struggle with profit. Would VSL problem where creatives work for this product? Yes, it potentially can help. It potentially can help. Yeah, definitely. And also just overall, like, would love to see your ads and stuff and see if there's anything that you could leverage better, like maybe better ads, better visuals. I don't know if you're using Higgsfield, for instance, for some, like it's AI content creation is like nuts. Higgsfield, yeah. Just I don't know if you're using it right now, but it's absolutely nuts. The quality of content you can make there and the quality of ads. The native insider. Okay. There any spy tools for native you recommend? I think you mentioned Adplexity. It's a great one for sure. Okay. Sierran Pryor. Any unique tips on making advertorials currently in BBA? Mommy, please hit up your coaches. And yeah, we'll send you some resources on advertorials. We'll send you some prompts on advertorials to help you get that process going. I don't know who's your coach in BBA. Just let me know in the comments. How much to start everything dropship, including your mentorship? How many products until a winner? How many products until a winner? It's like, what weather in Miami will be like in 3 years from now? I don't know. Like, it could be rain or it could be sun. But like, some people get their first product a winner and build a business out of it. Some people takes like 10 products. When I was starting out, it took me like 10 products until I got any momentum. So how much to start? I mean, you'll need like at least like 5-7 Gs. Our mentorship packages are custom, so we would have to see like how exactly we can help you, what level of support you're looking for. So just hit me up on Instagram and I'll break down and I'll ask you some questions as well to see exactly how we can help you. For the O1 application visa, what helped you get it? I don't have O1 visa. I have a different type of visa, investor visa. O1, I think it's extraordinary talent. I wish I had that one. That would have saved me a lot of money. O1, I think O1 is extraordinary talent, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay. Should I use 3 ad accounts starting out? No. You can have 3 accounts starting. So here's what I would do. This is what I would do. This is super important. You have 3 accounts, launch very similar ads on these 3 ad accounts and see which one of them gets you the best CPMs, quality of traffic, purchases. Once you identify that, turn off the other 2 ad accounts and just double down on the ad account that has the most promising metrics. But you don't want to run like several accounts simultaneously, because like in my experience, if you're running several accounts simultaneously, they're competing with each other and your overall like blended ROAS is not good. So just test out all 3 accounts, see where the metrics are the most promising, and then just double down on it, scale it as much as you can. And those other 2 accounts keep as a backup. You can run some engagement ads, whatever, just like on a low budget to maintain the ad account, keep it warm. Let's say if something happens to your main ad account, you can quickly transition the ad spend to another ad account so you don't lose the momentum in your business. Let me know if that makes sense. Hi, Alex. Found you 2 weeks ago. I've been watching your stuff nonstop. I literally just watch you and Mark. I appreciate it. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you, Kin. Thank you so much. Alex, how do people do realistic product mockups with their brand logo and name on the products that they don't yet manufacture with a brand? Is there any free website? Realistic product mockups? ChatGPT. ChatGPT, yeah. Just upload it like just give like as much instructions as possible. If you have your logo created, if not created, using ChatGPT, and then, hey, ChatGPT, put a logo on this product in this particular place, and then you'd have to play with prompting. And obviously, the moment you use like text, it can get a little bit skewed, but it will get you 80% there. Whatever is not perfect, just download it in Canva, modify it, just like move it. Just get it out. And yeah, you can try. I don't know. Hicksfield does it. Someone asked, "Is Hicksfield do well for product images?" Yeah. It's good. It's very good. Have you ever tried Japanese market? I have not. I don't know if anyone did well in Japanese market. That's a great market, I think. High buying power, 100 million population. No, I have not. Yeah. If you succeed with it, MNCK, just let me know. Love to learn. How can I best prepare for Q4, and where can I find good products before everyone starts selling them? Roman, question of the day. Like, how do you best prepare for Q4? I mean, if you're running a brand, just buy a lot of inventory up front, so it can last you for Q4. Prepare all of the visual assets for all of the campaigns for Black Friday, for Cyber Monday, for Christmas and stuff. So that's if you're running a brand. If you're just drop shipping, I mean, the same way as anywhere else. I mean, usually I'll tell you the categories that absolutely crush during Q4. It's like jewelry, gifts, stuff like that, absolutely crushing it. That's what I would look into if you're just like, again, if your initial capital accumulation stage is just drop shipping stuff, that's what I would do. And yeah, jewelry. You can look at Shine On. It's a good platform with a lot of custom jewelry. There's like decent margins as well, so you can use that platform. Okay, what is the lowest amount of money we can invest in Meta Ads as a new brand to make the first 1 to 3 sales to then invest more? Like within like $50-$100, you should have like you should have some sales. You should have some sales, like maybe like $200 max. So you see whether the product has potential, whether the metrics are promising, and you can start making adjustments based on that. Alex, could you elaborate on unique mechanism VSL? What to see your exact thought process, how you make sure the unique mechanism problem or solution is scripted for success? Okay, unique mechanism. Maybe this is like oversimplifying, but like unique mechanism is like, in my experience, is like very, very simple explanation why people have not been able to achieve the results that they the results before with other products. So for example, let's say you're selling like a skin cream, and in my perspective, like unique mechanism in that would be like, hey, this special product has this unique protein, right, that no other products have, and that's why like, and this unique like protein, it fixes the root cause of the problem, which is whatever. Whereas all of the other products are trying to fix your skin on surface, this unique protein goes into the skin and fixes the skin from within, so that it becomes better from the inside. Yeah. And then from there, so if you kind of like segment it into problem or solution, right? So unique mechanism of the problem is like the reason you have not been able to like see the results with all of the other skin creams or whatever, or devices or procedures, is because all of them are targeting, I don't know, the surface level of skin, and it just kind of like goes into the skin and it does not penetrate. Whereas with this product, it goes inside of the skin and it fixes it from the inside, right? So that's an example here. I don't know. I would need to like, I mean, if you give me example of the product, or you give me example of the example of the product, or like kind of the niche that you want to be in, that I'll give you personalized feedback on that. What's your formula for sourcing content for VSLs and creating them? What is needed? Sourcing content for VSLs, usually it's B-roll. So B-roll we're sourcing from our content creators. But lately, I mean, with Kling AI, with VO, we don't even we don't even do that, because we basically have an image uploaded to Kling of our AI creators or the creators that we use, and then we tell them, okay, make this picture like alive. Make this person take, let's say, pack of Zins and put it on the table, and then take this pack of Zins from the table, open it up, and put one in your mouse, right? So Kling AI can do all of that. It literally has all of the Zin prompts embedded. Kling AI runs on Zins. So that's that, right? So if you're using Kling AI, like basically for us, the initial process is like, when we have the script, basically every line of the script has to be matched with a part of like visual content. And so as we're going through the script, let's say we have a 3-minute like script, we're basically identifying some of those pieces of content we already have in the in our library, because we have a lot of content from previous like rounds and from all of our creators, and some of those we don't have. And so if we don't have it, then we go to all of these AI tools and finding and basically creating these pieces of B-roll that we are complementing, those segments that don't have the B-roll, if that makes sense. Bob, let me know. Best account structure if I sell to multiple countries, $30 AAV. Ooh, $30 AAV. That is brutal. Yeah. That is very low. Yeah. That's very low. Yeah, it will be hard to make it work, man. Like, I mean, maybe not. Like if you sell in, like, let's say, if you sell like in Mexico, or you sell in Spain, or if you sell in countries where CPMs are lower, you can definitely make it work. You might even have like separate accounts for different country. Like let's say you have one account for Mexico, one account for Spain, or you can have all within one ad account, right? So Jose, hit me up on Instagram. I'll run it. I'll ask our team how we're structuring it. I know. No, we are holding everything in one ad account. That's for sure. So all of the countries, we just have different campaigns for different countries. But yeah, $30 AAV. $30 AAV can work very well in countries where CPMs are lower, like Mexico, Spain, South America. Like that can work very well. That AAV is very low, especially for Facebook ads. Looking to double it. Yeah, looking to double it. How much budget is needed for paid ads? And if the product is good and works and high quality and profitable, it can be profitable, stick for as long as possible until it works. Yes, 5-10 Gs for ads. If you want to be like kind of relaxed and have enough budget. I'm just starting out. What's the best way to create creatives and get the content? Test what tools? Okay, tools: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Higgsfield, um, Captions.ai, ArcAds. Like those are, and VO. VO, it's a Gemini. It's a Google stuff. So those are more than enough for you to get initial momentum. How to bring ideas into videos? After doing the research and everything, it's like advertorial. Just change the hook of the VSL video, keep the body the same. So you just split test hooks. Yeah, for sure. Like that's what you can do. The way to do it is you don't want to create variations of VSLs, for example, that have not been proven. Like, for example, if you have poorly made VSL and you create 10 variations of those with different hooks, now you have 10 poorly made VSLs. So instead, you would have so instead you would just like have, let's say, VSLs, test them out. If you find the VSL that actually promising, now you start creating variations of that VSL with different hooks. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, how is get hooked performance rating determined? Is it through engagement or something else? Yes, engagement, how much time the ad has been running, how many times it was duplicated. Also, we have some AI amplified functionality that like ranks ads based on different factors. That's combination of all of these factors in one that determines the engagement. By the way, with Get Hooked, we're now moving on to some very, very, very high level servers. So we'll have even better performance. We're also working some awesome features to help you guys out. And yeah, super excited to show you what will be there, probably within like a week or two. Alex, how did you secure the $800,000 you invested for your visa? Like, just run a business. Like, okay, how did you secure like $100 that you made yesterday? Like, I don't know. Like, you just run business and you make money and you save the money. You just don't spend it on dumb shit, and you accumulate that money over time, and that's how you do it. What type of ads do you make within Higgsfield, or are you using it more for advertorial images? Yeah, advertorial images, image ads. Yes, just like, yeah, mostly those. I think that they just release new stuff there like every week on Higgsfield. It's just crazy. Like the videos, you can just like drop your product inside of the video now, and like you can do some crazy stuff with Higgsfield. So yeah, guys, just play around with it. I need to play around with it more as well. Just been busy with different stuff, but yeah, I think it's one of the most like innovative tools right now. How often do you have days when you're losing money? Do you have bad weeks? It's hard to look at things from a long date range and get out of the day-to-day. That's a great question. Yeah, we have bad days, we have bad weeks, we have sometimes bad months. But then if you look at the bigger picture, okay, we have good months, and then we have a dip, right? Whatever happens, it's like bad months. So we dip a bit, and then we learn, we fix the constraint that was happening here that caused us to lower the performance. We fix it, and next time we're going even higher. Then we go. We have drop, we fix it, we go even higher. So it's just, yeah, you have to look at it from the bigger kind of like time horizon. That's the only way not to go fucking nuts. Because if you look at your ads like every day, and like one day it's like, ads not performing, okay, my mood is bad, and then I'm pissed at everyone, and people around me are suffering from it, and that's not the best way to do it. What is the best tool for spying on competition, understanding what's working to model, and also finding products and competitive advantages? What tools are needed for all of that? You can use Get Hooked AI. It will give you data on like many advertisers, like how many ads they're running, what are the most successful ads, and you can start reverse engineering those, and also links to their funnels where they're driving the most amount of traffic to. Besides that, just use ChatGPT to identify the trends in different markets, size of the markets, and like those are usually the best tools. And just Google Trends. Oftentimes, just like Google Trends, like you see the trend for a specific topic. If it's going up, great, you're in the growing market. If it's not going up, it means you might need to adjust something, or you might need to switch the niche or the product that you're selling. What separates a person who understands copy, creative funnels, good products, and the foundation skills and upsells, and doing 20K profit a month versus one doing 2 million a month? One person cannot do 2 million a month. Like people that do like those kind of numbers, they have a team. You can't do that by yourself. So besides all of the skills that you just outlined, those people that are more successful, they have the leadership skills, and they can manage other people and motivate other people and incentivize other people to work with them on their business to achieve the results that they're looking for. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, those are the key. So it's basically like that. It's like, for example, you could, if you tell me like, okay, Alex, can you take 1 pack of Zins a day? And I tell you, yes, it is definitely possible to take 1 pack of Zins a day. But then you tell me like, Alex, if I give you like 300 packs of Zin, can you take them? Can you consume them? And I'll tell you, no, I won't, because it's too much for me to handle. The same with a team, right? If you have a big project, if you're spending a lot on ads, if you have a lot of moving parts in the business, it's too much for you to handle yourself. And so you need other people to help you with those kind of tasks. And that's how you grow. So competition in my country, Portugal, is easy to beat, but at the same time, every brand is established and people are rough when it comes to new stuff. It's not easy to break them into buying new stuff. Okay, so what's the question? What's the question? Sell another market. Like, just sell in another market. If that's the case, smaller markets like Portugal, you would typically hit a ceiling in terms of the volume that you can do. And after that, you have to like diversify to other markets. You can go to Spain, you can go to like UK, you can go to US market. Like there's a bunch of other markets that you can diversify to, but like use that market, the Portugal, as kind of like to build the momentum, build the skill sets, build the capital, so you can get to expand to other markets as well. What is a bad week or bad month for you? Break even, slightly negative? Yeah, it's just still profitable, maybe break even sometimes, but just less volume usually, just less volume. But it's just kind of like that, and then it bounces back. So it's been like this for years, and I think it's the same for everyone. if someone watches all of your videos on channel, Mark's videos has a course for copywriting, cold traffic, sales, etc., advertorials, and with mentorship, how fast they can get to 1 million a month. Okay, how fast you can do 1 million a month? I mean, depends how fast you move. So it depends how fast you move. You can do, I mean, realistically, right? Like if you commit it, like balls to the walls, like I've seen it happen, like in like 6 to 12 months. But I mean, it's like, it's also like you'll have cash. I mean, as if you want to scale like that, you'll have cash flow restrictions most likely, or limitations, because you cannot scale like nuts, from day one. You'll also have to build the team. You'll also have to, again, accumulate some other skill sets in the process, because doing 1 million a month, like you'll probably need some people on your team to help you. So I wouldn't focus as much on okay, how fast I can go to like 1 million a month, but more like, how can I become the person that can handle like 1 million a month, right? Because at that point you'll have more responsibilities. You'll have more, like you'll probably be spending like $200, $300, $500,000 a month on ads. So there's a lot of, risk as well in the business. You'll probably have to buy some inventory, right? So with some extra risk. But it's definitely realistic. If you commit to it, like 1 year, like I've seen people do it in 1 year. I'm not saying that you will do it in 1 year, but I've seen people doing it in 1 year. Let me know if that makes sense. Bob, my man. So what software are you using for your quiz funnels currently? Heyflow. See, it's Heyflow. Yeah, I think it's Heyflow that we're using. Heyflow. Yeah, I think it is Heyflow. Yeah. Heyflow. What's your OnlyFans? Okay. You want a link? I'll send you. No, I'm not doing it. Okay. How can I doing products from America? I know what's the question here. How can you be selling products in America from America? I don't know what this is. What the essence of the question is. Yeah, I don't know. Just let me know, or hit me up on Instagram. Now, guys, I will send you my Instagram. If I have not answered your question, please drop me on Instagram the question so I can help you out, and we'll just take it from there. And I appreciate you guys for joining. It's been tremendous time. Amazing questions, like next level questions here. And I would appreciate if you, just hit me up on Instagram. Give me a follow. Give me a follow on Instagram. And it's been fun here with you guys. I'll do another one of these sometime next week. If you have any questions, just hit me up here. If you need any help with scaling your e-commerce business, starting e-commerce business, scaling, just hit me up here. Just DM me ready, and I'll see how I can help you. Send you some resources, or if you want to work with me, with my team, we can discuss that as well, and we'll just take it from there. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.